Dark magic skill, teleported powers. They are combat to shoot out a dream. Claim victory with sorcery. The separation of the doesn't live in fear. He must never lie, the cybernetic dark. It's searching for the solace. You're a blast. The night is here, there will be a release. The power of the followers is the game. You try to solve, they will break your bones. There's nothing to lose, there's magic free. Round two, you are fighting to be the best. Your second chance to prove yourself to the rest. Projectiles and combos dominating on screen. Never enough to defeat the king. Claim victory with sorcery. That's the question of the victims who live in fear. You must never lie, the cybernetic dark is searching for the solace. You're a blast. The night is here, there will be a release. The power of the followers is the game. You try to solve, they will break your bones. There's nothing to lose, there's magic free.
It's no longer just a fight. It's about reputation and pride. You must do your best. Back up your words, or you will be obliged.
Fight around, time to decide your fate. Your chance to shine has now come to an end. You were once a threat, you were once a victor. Brace yourself for a fatality. Claim victory with sorcery. That's the question of the victors who live in fear. You must never lie, the cybernetic dark is searching for the solace. You're a blast. The night is here, there will be a release. The power of the followers is the game. You try to solve, they will break your bones. There's nothing to lose, there's magic free. There's magic free.
What's up, guys? What's up, Miss Melanie?
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
How's the unionization of Melanie going?
Good.
So that's
Good.
pretty kick-ass now. Now you're guaranteed. You got guaranteed money.
Exactly. It's good stuff. Good stuff. It was a lot of hard work for a long time.
So, I'm sick. Feel like shit. And then I gotta go fly fucking to Israel and Palestine and the Ukraine. And I'm probably gonna get shot down or something. That'd be kind of cool, though.
What?
Well, I'm flying
How
over.
long is
I'm
that
flying
trip?
over Syria,
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
and they're kind of like doing some dicky shit right now.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. You picked an interesting time to take that trip.
I said to myself, I'm gonna go meet God one way or the other.
Well,
So we tried to get Mr. Low Tier God on.
we did like a couple of times. We were supposed to try to get him last week, and he said he has some other stuff going on, and then he asked about this week. And I hit him up earlier, but he didn't get back. So, it happens. We tried, but because I know, and I mean, I even told him that a lot of people requested him to be on the show. So he knows that people want to see him on, or just like hear from him, I guess. So yeah,
Well, we got one better. We got Dayasha, who was also on the show.
true.
So let me do this. Let me get him in here now. Wow. Let's see. Do 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 do.
Virgil 84 said, "That's your boo. You supposed to get him on." I tried.
There you go. You were crooked. You were on the side. Dude, this guy got the Wakanda necklace on and everything, man.
Yes, Wakanda forever and boo. Yes, kid, boo necklace.
What's up, you guys? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So let's get like a background on you before we get into the E-League stuff.
Yeah.
Most people know you as the guy that got stunned by K-Brad.
Of course.
I mean, come on, it went down in infamy, man. I mean, that's like one of the. I mean, that's up there with the Daigo video, with the Parry video, especially for the Street Fighter guys.
That Parry video was OD. The stunner is close, but that Parry video is OD.
I don't know. You know what? I've seen guys in the FGC try to do the mock-up FGC, the WWE stuff, and you know, I saw what was it just recently, and I love Katana Prime, but you know, he did the kick to the guy, you know, the super kick, you know. It's like, you guys sold it.
That happened.
Oh,
you guys sold it well. So I was
I've
impressed with that.
I've been.
I
trying to be
missed
a
that because I
wrestler for years,
literally
so.
just saw Katana Prime at Michigan Masters. He won Injustice too.
Well, yeah, I've been trying to be a wrestler for like a while now. So when it comes to selling wrestling moves, I can sell some wrestling moves, man. Like, it don't matter.
Nice.
Yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, I've been in the scene since 2007. I've actually been in since before K-Brad. I actually found K-Brad, believe it or not.
Nice.
Yeah, so you know, I've been playing. My first competitive game was Dead or Alive 4, and Street Fighter Third Strike. So I won some tournaments out in New York and in New Jersey. I actually used to run around the Chinatown Fair. So that's why a lot of like the OG New Yorkers know who I am, like Sanford and Arturo and Yipes and Justin Wong, Noel Brown, like all the ones that was up there, they all know me. Because I used to run around over there and stuff like that. So I've been doing it for a while. And then I want to say around, when did I make FNEX? That was 2009? That was 2009, right? Yeah. So in 2009, when Street Fighter 4 came out, I made a team called FNEX where we would like travel the world. Like if you look it up, we were like one of the dominant teams on this side of the planet. And that's when we found K-Brad. I actually drove to Baltimore from New Jersey, which was like a 4-hour drive, to pick him up, to bring him to, what was that, Winter Brawl? To Winter Brawl for his first tournament, and then drove him back to Jersey, and then drove him back to Baltimore. So I did a lot for the scene and stuff like that. But then I decided I want to go try something different, because it was always about doing something different. Because FNEX was like a way to get people like their first taste of being like on a team or like sponsored. Then I decided I'm gonna go the other route. I'm gonna try to entertain people, and that's how the whole CEO thing happened, where I'm like doing wrestling moves and all that other stuff. So I've been a competitor for years, but I've just been I've been trying to think outside the box when it came to being a competitor. You know what I mean? So doing the FNEX thing, I tried the commentary thing. Commentary's not for me. I did the MC thing. I think that's what's best for me.
I agree. I was just gonna say the MC thing for you. You're up there with Michael Buffer.
Yeah, and you're very animated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you're very animated. You know, it's very rare do you come across somebody that can do that in the FGC and sell it and actually do the job of getting people hyped for whatever. I mean, for games that I might not normally even give a shit about. You know,
Right.
Like, they had me do Blast Blue once, and I don't know, like, to be honest, I don't know shit about Blast Blue. And they were like,
That
yo,
was
can
my
you do
game.
it? Yeah, they were like, yo, can you do it, please? Can you do it? And I'm like, all right. Fine, I'll do it. and it worked out. So I mean, the MC thing is where I am, and I feel like I belong in front of a camera. A lot of people know me from my start on like YouTube. I was like the first, if not the first, the second person to do like YouTube videos of Street Fighter. So like if you go all the way back and look for like Street Fighter 4 matches or Street Fighter 3 matches or anything like that, I'm like either the first or second to start doing that, like vlogging and Street Fighter. And that's kind of how I got my start or like my name in the scene. So it wasn't necessarily from winning tournaments, but more so like having that gameplay out on the internet and like talking shit and all that other stuff.
That's like, we've said it a million times on the show, it's not about how good you are, it's about how good you sell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's true.
And selling yourself is not selling out. That's what people don't understand is while I am against the corporate version of esports, which is not against esports, but the watered down, I would rather, table ladder and chair matches than straight up regular wrestling. You can watch Hulk Hogan versus Hulk Hogan, and all you're gonna get is about 5 slaps to the chest, a leg drop, and it's over. Or you could have Mick Foley getting thrown off the top of the cage into thumbtacks. I would rather that.
You're right. I'm with you too. I'm with you on that. Like when that whole situation with what's that dude's name? Kaba, right? So I did a Facebook Live video before the whole show even showed, like before anybody knew that the show was a thing. And I was kind of upset because I'm like, I remember back in like the arcades where we used to throw people out, or like where people used to get hype, or like people would be yelling and screaming. And the funny thing is I've had a lot of run-ins with Corn, like a lot of run-ins with Corn. And,
really?
Yeah, we had a lot. Like if you could get Caps on it, he'll tell you. I've had a lot of run-ins with Corn because we would just like, they do the rah-rah-rah, and I do the rah-rah-rah from the crowd. So we both rah-rah-rah, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we're adults, and it's about a game. Like, we're not talking about each other's moms and, how their dad caught hepatitis from having sex with a homeless person. Like, it ain't none of that. You know what I mean? It's just...
You know what's funny? Because that was how I initially became cool with them. Because it was that whole, like... they were loud and they would come to our events, and then I would be loud with them, and then my friends, and we're like, okay, like y'all aren't gonna intimidate us.
Yeah,
and we just became cool. So
I think that's why like we all kind of meshed, because it was like, oh, you yelling, I'm yelling too. Like I can link plenty of videos. Like one of the first videos of me, as far as like in a live setting, is me fighting with Adonis.
So, God.
Yeah, like we're like, I'm popping hella shit to Adonis. The crazy thing is like Wolf Chrome was fighting K-Brad, and K-Brad is my man. So the funny thing is I'm sitting in a chair like this, like la 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 la, and Adonis is running his mouth, like running his mouth. True Adonis fashion.
Oh, I know.
Running his mouth. So if you watch the video, you'll see me go, nah, fuck that, and stand up, and like we're going back to back. You can't even hear what's going on in the match because all you hear is us yelling back and forth to each other. And then I ended up losing because he was like, yo, put your money where your mouth is. So I took my wallet out and was putting my money where my mouth was. So after the match is finished, you'll see me shaking hands and just handing out money to everybody because I lost. But I was still hyped, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we missed that hype aspect of it. And my thing is I can be professional but still be hype at the same time. And I think that's what makes me a good MC. Because I'm professional, I'm not cursing and all that stuff, but I'm making people get out of their seat. If you're not getting out of your seat, I'm gonna get you out of your seat. You feel me? So, yeah.
I mean, you don't necessarily, and you are an example of. You don't have to. I mean, listen, CEO is pretty PG. You know, and you don't have to sit there and go fuck this, fuck that, fuck this to get people hyped.
Right.
Exactly.
But
I mean, it's
that loud behavior, like this new generation that's rolling in here going, can we just have some golf claps and be happy with it? No, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get
not from
that.
anything with fighting in it. Nothing with fighting in it is going to get golf claps. Not at all. You're not going to go to UFC and go, ooh, that was a nice jab. That was really nice.
Great takedown, man. Great takedown.
It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you on the whole, like how everything is watered down, especially coming from like I'm not as deep in it as like somebody like Arturo is, because when Arturo was doing it, I was like 12, You know what I'm saying? And I was getting honor roll in school. You know what I'm saying, when he was doing it. But from 2007 to now, you know what I mean? Like, I've been doing it for a while. Like, I got my man's Matt Titan here, who was on my team. He's like a brother to me. Like, we grew up. Like, how many years has it been? 10 years? Damn.
Nice.
I met this dude from video games. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's another thing about, like, my whole message when it comes to, like, the elite thing. Like, don't let people tell you, like, how video games can, you know, are, like, for scrubs or for bums or for people who live in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I'm on TV.
Right. And basically,
You know what I'm saying? So,
that is a massive accomplishment that a lot of people have not made, especially from the FGC, not just gaming in general. But it's that is awesome, and it's really exciting, and it's cool that it's a different fraction of that show, like it's its own entity. You know, so
yeah.
So how did they approach you?
So, funny thing is, right? It was an open casting call. I know you see 7 gamers, right? I feel like it was an open casting call for 6, right? Because if anybody in their right mind thought Low Tier God was not going to be on the show, they're either stupid or live under a rock. So it was open casting for 6 people, okay? And what ended up happening is they opened casting, and I want to say like December something, right? So my man's, right? My man's Matt Titan, we're out to take my wife to a movie for her birthday, and he's like, yo, did you hear about the casting call for like this TV show or whatever? And I was like, nah. I definitely did not hear about this thing. He was like, yo, you need to apply. Mind you, this is January 5th, okay? He's like, yo, you need to apply, dog. It's been like a month, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'll think about it. Right? I put it off or whatever. And he was like, yo, did you apply yet? And this is like, how many days was that? 3 days later? 3 days later, some shit like that. I applied late. I applied like January 8th or something like that. And he was like, yo, did you apply? And I'm like, nah, but I'm just going to get out of bed and do it, right? It was one of my off days. I'm just going to get out of bed and do it. So I shot my shot. I sent like this long email with like pictures. It was like a PowerPoint slide because everything I do is professional. It had this PowerPoint slide and all this other stuff. And they were like I want to say 30 minutes later, they were like, yo, we want to talk to you. Like, we just want to talk to you. Like, let's have a Skype interview. So I was like, all right, let's do the Skype interview. So we do the Skype interview, and mind you, each time that I'm talking to these cats, I'm just like, whatever, it's probably not going to happen. I spoke to like maybe 20 different producers, and I had like 20 different interviews where I'm just like, this is probably not going to happen. But every interview after, they're just like, yeah, so tell me about what you're into, bro. Like, nobody's asking me about how good I am at this game at this point. Nobody's asking me anymore. They're just like, yeah, so tell me about your life, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, you know, I work for Apple, and you know what I'm saying, I got my 3 kids and, you know, a full-time job, and, you know, I've been doing this for 10 years. And they were like, yeah, so we want to know more. And then one thing led to another. They were like, look, we're going to send out this background check, but no promises. And I was like, all right, no promises. They sent out the background check a few days later. They're like, yo, we just want you. Like, if your background check comes back, like, cool, we want you. Like, we're just gonna pick you up. So I was like, all right, cool. But they kept everything silent. So I didn't know anything else except I was going to be on the show. So
nice.
I actually hit them up because it was an open casting, and I hit them up late, like stupid late. I think it ended, January 15th? Yeah, it's January 15th, and I applied on the 8th. So
how do you know how many people applied for it?
When I asked, I think it was around 600.
Damn.
Yeah, when I asked, but I don't know what's true and what's not. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I asked one of the producers, I think they said 600 people.
That's massive.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing too with like a lot of gamers that, like, for example, say they may be like killing it in games or whatever, but what people don't understand, especially about reality TV, which is different than scripted TV, obviously, they want entertainment because it's still a television show. It isn't just a competition. You know, it is a competition, but people want to be entertained. They want people that don't know anything about you all or the FGC at all to watch it. And that's the point, you know, and I think that people get salty with certain stuff like, oh, well, so-and-so was picked, you know, whatever. But it's like, I mean, you all clearly have something going, you know.
I feel like everybody had a shot except LTG. LTG, I feel like, was a shoo-in. From jump, I felt like he was a shoo-in. But everybody had a shot. You know what I mean? And if you were to take away another slot, I would say you would take away Sherry's slot. Just because I feel like she was another shoo-in. Because when I thought about it, when I was thinking about it, I figured Sherry and LTG would be the two guaranteed, and then I just don't know who else would be on it. So like if I wasn't on it, I didn't know who else would be on it. But the thing is that I wanted to clarify with people is that people think that we're playing for $250,000. That's not the case. The premise of the show is 7 amateur gamers who you may not see at a top 8. You may not see get invited to E-League. You may not see on Capcom Cup. You see what I'm saying? People who feel like they have the skill to be in E-League at the Invitational. Like, that's what the premise of the show is. So we play each other for a chance to play in the E-League Invitational. So a lot of people are like, well, why don't you have Punk? And why don't you have Justin Wong or all these other people? And it's because it's not about the
It's not about the top. Yeah, it's not about the top.
They already had their shot. So it's about the people like me. So, like, if you're anything like me and you just play the game, you know what I'm saying? You have a shot. You know? So anybody had a shot at this. It's just, you know, and for the people that's like, oh, I'm not going to watch. I'm this, I'm that. You know, it's part of the FGC. We're called the Fighting Game Community. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like you should watch it. So there is a season 2. So you have another shot. You feel me? Like, everybody gets a shot. And now that the LTGs are out of the way and the Sherrys are out of the way and the Dayashas,
they need another group.
Right. You need another group to come do the same thing. And if it's successful, they'll do it again. And my thing is this is the first nationally broadcast TV show for Street Fighter. Like, yeah, it was Cross Assault, but I think that was that web only? That was web only, right? Then you have, like, WCG, which was a bunch of games. You know what I'm saying? And you had the Tester, which was also a bunch of games. Like, this is the first FGC nationally broadcasted TV show. Why wouldn't you support it? You know? And the main reason why I wanted to get on here today is because a lot of people are really upset about LTG. Right?
They are. That's why we wanted him to be on here.
Yeah, and I figured he would do it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does it after me. Once he sees how harmless it is. But
yes.
I've made a reputation of a fucking monster. I don't know. I never did nothing. I never did nothing to nobody that didn't deserve it.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's just the perception. But anyway, so my thing is with LTG, right? LTG is one character in the entire show. There's 6 other characters. Like, my man's, I took off work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took off work. I sacrificed to be like, yeah, it's a great opportunity, but I sacrificed to be there. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm a member of your scene. Like, I am an active member of your scene. So if you don't like LTG, then support everybody else. Now, all I'm going to say is, if you don't like LTG, but you like good TV, you don't like LTG, but you like good entertainment, you need to watch this show. Like, you have to. Because a lot of people think it's one way. It's really not. Once this show airs, and I'm telling you guys too, because like you guys haven't seen it either. Once it airs, it's totally different than what you think. Like, it is not what you think at all. You're gonna watch this show and you're gonna be thoroughly entertained. And I stake my reputation on that because it's like, it's we didn't even know what to expect showing up to the house. We had no idea. You know what I'm saying? But it's so, without giving too much information, it's so well put together that you're gonna want to watch this show. Whether you're a fan of LTG or you hate LTG, you're gonna want to watch this show. Like, you got me, you have Rob TV, you have Commander Jesse, you got JB, you got Guilty, you have Low Tier God, and you have Sherry. I would say Low Tier God is the least of your worries because there's so many other personalities on that show. So if you don't mess with LTG, come fuck with some Dayasha. You know what I'm saying? So we can move the scene forward. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a positive thing, regardless of if LTG is not on the show or not. Now, LTG is a good guy. Like, he's a great guy. Like, I thought I was gonna have to hit him, and like I thought I was gonna have to hit him. Yeah. I feel like everybody thought we were gonna have to hit him, and without giving any more details, like, just watch the show. Please just watch the show.
He's a sweet dude, and it's just, you know, because I obviously did not have the best relationship with him the last year, and then, you know, met him in person for the first time at final round, and we talked for like over an hour, and he was cool. I mean, it was like he apologized to me and everything. He was like, I mean, you know, and I had told him, you know, you have to travel more if you want people to see this. You know, like people don't know you.
Yeah.
They know like your YouTube videos and they know your fan base, which can be toxic, which he admitted to that, honestly.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, no, they can get a little buck wild, you know, and go off tilt, you know, but he was like, I try to not, you know, be this awful, you big bad wolf of the FGC. Is essentially what a lot of people look at him at. And it was funny to me to see the reaction when the trailer was announced, because so many like people that I didn't even think would involve themselves in it, I guess like higher level people in the FGC were just like genuinely upset. And I'm like, well, who else did you want to have a shot? Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you should have known 100%. Like, whenever it was launched, like, yo, there's going to be a TV show about the FGC. You should have known 100% LTG was going to be on it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mess with, like, people who like to blackball other people or, like, blacklist them. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that, but I think that's whack.
We all saw it, and a couple of us have experienced it.
Yeah, that's extremely whack, and I feel like everybody should get their shot. Like, I'm a veteran of the Army, so it's like, you're not gonna tell me nothing. Whatever comes out of my mouth is gonna come out of my mouth. You're not gonna tell me nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm a very big proponent of, you know, freedom of speech. Now, does he take it too far? Hey, it is what it is. He takes it too far sometimes, but that's him and that's his character. And the thing is, too, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know him as a person until I got there, and we were able to talk about why he's like that. And I'm not gonna put his story out there. I'm gonna let him speak for himself. But when we spoke, like when we sat down and had a heart to heart, it makes sense why he is the way he is. Right. You know? And I feel like we need an LTG. All the OG players are rooting for LTG. Like, think about it. Oh, yeah. Think about everybody that's OG is like, yo, because the one thing, if you don't like him, you have to respect him, because he's gonna be real about whatever he feels. Exactly. He's gonna be real. You see what I'm saying?
And he's the underdog.
Right. And I'm not to turn this about the LTG show, but I'm not gonna turn this into that. But, you know, I just wanted to give my piece on it. Like, LTG's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't expect him to be on that show, you are bugging. Like, you are bugging if you didn't expect him to be on that show. But all I'm gonna say is this too, is like, with all of us together in one house, like, it just works. It's weird how it works, but it just works. And I don't want to give my character, like, it's all real. It's all real reality TV. Nothing is staged. Everything that happened actually went.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Like the beginning part, right? The beginning part with Guilty, where she's like, "Oh, I heard you were talking smack about me," or whatever, right? We immediately walked into the door to that. Like, there was no, yo, say that. There was none of that. We walked into that. So, you know what I mean? There's no like fake anything about it. I mean, the only person, if there would be anybody that's faking, it's probably JB. Because JB don't really care about nothing. So if anybody didn't, care, it'd be JB. But you'll see. Just watch.
I'm excited to watch it. When it was announced, I was like, "Oh snap!" Yeah, it definitely looks very cool. It looks really entertaining. And where did you all film it?
I'm not sure I can answer that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know if I can answer that just yet, but I'm sure you guys will find out at the end, or maybe at the beginning of the first episode. But I'm not entirely sure I can talk about that just yet.
So did you all stay in the house the whole time? Like, you all lived there?
Yeah, we lived there.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, we lived there. That's where we stayed for the while we were there. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Mm.
Was it exciting to for there to be like cameras following you, or was it like?
It's a very, very, very surreal situation, and it takes a certain type of person to kind of deal with that. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I'm used to the camera because of YouTube and because of CEO and being in front of that type of situation. But I feel like if you're not prepared for that, it'll take you by surprise. because like
Catch you off guard.
they literally will follow you everywhere,
So-
except for like the
Yeah.
bathroom and stuff like
Right.
that. But, yeah, but they literally follow you
Wow.
everywhere. Yeah. Mhm.
That's
But it
so
was dope.
exciting.
It was new. It was definitely an experience to say the least.
Do you feel better for having experienced it, or do you feel different? Do you feel like it has given you? Or actually, here's a good question. Since this is nothing necessarily directly to do with the show, since the trailer was announced, and I mean, people can talk about that. Have you witnessed people acting differently toward you because
Absolutely.
of it?
Absolutely.
Mm.
See, but my thing is I know who my friends are, like
Right.
my brother over here, and you know what I'm saying. Like I know who's always rocking with me and stuff like that. And by no means am I a superstar. Like I'm not like the superstar of the FGC. You know what I'm saying. So it's not
Right.
like it is. I do get a lot more attention on Twitter. I get a lot more attention on Facebook and stuff like that, and my Instagram. But it ain't like I'm just not that type of guy to let that go to my head.
Which is good.
Yeah. So, but there has been a lot of activity on like everything, like everything. But I reached out to you guys because I was getting reached out to a lot of other people, and
Oh wow.
yeah, my goal was always to. I reached out to you, and I reached out to the Street Fighter 5 talk show, or whatever. I can't remember the name. But I reached out to you guys because I only wanted to talk to people within the FGC because I wanted to keep it in the FGC.
Yeah.
Because I've always been like FGC, 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 FGC. This is where I flourish. This is where I came from. This is where I'm gonna stay. You see what I'm saying? So I reached out to you guys because I'm like, yo, there's some misconceptions about the show that I kind of want to put
Clear
to bed,
up.
Yeah.
right? So that people can actually watch it because a lot of people got to get over themselves.
Yeah.
Before they can watch the show, and it's like I don't want to be that guy, that cocky guy that's like, you're gonna watch it anyway. You know what I mean? That's
But
not
you know
me.
they are.
My thing is I would much rather say, hey, you should watch it because XYZ. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I think the show's gonna be phenomenal.
Have you had have you noticed any people? Because I know obviously you said it was a lot of smack talk about LTG, which I noticed a whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
But have you noticed anyone being like sidebar towards you or anyone else, like Sherry or anyone else?
Well, nah. The thing that I get the most is more so either who is this guy?
Wow,
Right?
really?
Yeah, who is Dayasha? I've never seen him before, and that's only the people that came in from like season 2 and season 3 of Street Fighter 5. Because in season 1, I went to like Evo and everything like that, so I was everywhere for Street Fighter 5 season 1. So I'm getting that. I had a few death threats, which was funny.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Death threats
I posted it on my
but,
Twitter.
but my question is like, death threat because of what?
Right.
They were like, this one guy was like, yo, you better be humble or I'm going to kill you and your family. Like, it's on my Twitter. Like, it's on there. You can go on there and see it. Yeah. I was like, well, I'm just going to fucking screenshot that and put it on.
And you know what the ironic part about it is? The motherfucker that did that is the same guy that wants golf clapping at a fucking event. I'm going to fucking kill you, but you better not be loud when I'm doing it.
Yeah. Or salty he didn't get picked. Like, and then I think that's it. Oh, the other thing that I'm getting is they don't want me to be the representation of Chun-Li since I'm a Chun-Li main. They don't want me to be the representation of Chun-Li, which what my response to that is I'm not the representation of Chun-Li. I've just mained the character. If anything,
You're a representative of the FGC.
Right. I'm a representative of the FGC, and my message for this whole entire thing is, and I'm gonna address the chat too because there's a bunch of people in here. So if you are anything of what I'm saying, just throw a 1 in the chat just so I can see you. Okay. If you work a full-time job, throw some 1s in the chat. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you have some kids, throw some 1s in the chat. If you have a relationship and you have to manage playing this game and managing your relationship, throw some 1s in the chat. Mm-hmm. What else? Like my whole message was you can be a father, you could be a family man, you could be a working man, and still make something out of this gaming thing. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you want to make something of it, you can do it. You just gotta go after it. You know what I'm saying? So I am like the father of FGC. I got 3 kids. I got a career at Apple. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and a wife.
right. So it's like there's a lot that I have to manage and still play this game and still somehow made it on TV. You see what I'm saying? So that's what my message is. Fucking playing Chun-Li. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I don't represent Chun-Li. I represent the fighting game community, and I represent grown men playing video games.
Exactly.
I got my
But see, you know what it is with you, and this is, you know, I've observed you for a while, and the one you have that, and it's not a negative, but it's like you got that Tony Robbins positive mentality.
Yeah.
You know, and you're doing, and you're showing, hey, look, I served, I got a wife, I got kids, I can still game, and I keep it humble. The problem that you come across in the FGC is they're missing a lot of those pieces of equation. And a lot of that comes from you got structure.
Exactly.
Right.
And a lot of them don't. And a lot of them, especially like the newer generation of FGC, it seems like they don't have any like real guidance of life beyond the FGC. So it ends up being this like, oh, who's this person? This isn't Justin or like the buzz name. Oh, this isn't Simon Fox. Like,
I ain't never seen you in top 8. You shouldn't be on TV.
Right. And that's not how it works.
Even though that was the point of the show. 7 amateur gamers. Did you see the commercial? 7 amateur gamers in a house. Play for a chance at E-League. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I don't understand what people were like. I guess they just didn't read but
they didn't.
I feel like, I feel like the show is a great step for the scene, not even a great step for like me as an individual. Because the opportunities are gonna come, but at the same time, once this show airs and it's done, I'm still gonna be at CEO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be the same guy. So it's like I feel like people should just watch the show so that it gets a second season, and then you can shoot your shot. And then watch it again, so there's a 3rd season, so you can shoot your shot. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish.
I was gonna say another really interesting thing that you said about like the whole points of like being married, having a career, having kids. The other people that specific thing describes are tournament organizers. A lot of them are married, got kids, got all these responsibilities, and are still running, some of them multiple tournaments a year. And people give them, a lot of them, the hardest time, even the nice TOs. You know, and it's, you know, and a lot of the FGC tends to be ungrateful for that, which is unfortunate, you know, because it's not fair.
Yeah.
I mean, guys will look to bitch. Guys will look to bitch about, like, nobody can go to an event and not have some person bitch about something. The water in the fucking hotel was too warm. Well, you put warm on. You put the warm one on, dumbass. There's a cold side, you know. The wristbands weren't colorful enough. There wasn't a lanyard. I didn't get a lanyard. There wasn't free water. You know, guys will have to find something to bitch about. It was too far of a walk between the hotel and the venue.
Yeah.
You know, and
the way I look at things too is like, I feel like people aren't appreciative. Like, their mindset is glass half empty instead of glass half full, where it's more so like, you know, oh, I didn't get a sponsor, all this other stuff. But it's like, if you came from an era where I came from, like, I'm sure you can all agree, or anybody in here that's been in this scene for a very long time, we used to slave for T-shirt deals. Like, we used to sign deals just for a T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sponsored. I got a T-shirt. Look at my shirt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we came from. Right, I'm on a team, bro. They're not paying for anything, but I'm on a team, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we came from, like, the starvation era, where it's like, we got the production, like, we got arenas and TV shows, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, be more appreciative of what you got, because when it's gone, then what? You know what I'm saying? Would you gonna go play Fortnite? Everybody's good at Fortnite. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the money's good, but the chances of you getting that money is very slim. So what I did was I found what I'm good at. I'm good with my mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna run off at the mouth and use my personality. Everybody's got something different, and if you're good at the game, you have to have something else to offer. If you're just, I'm good at this video game, I should get everything. Nah, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? But you should still be appreciative that people are getting 6-figure deals or however many deals they're getting. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna say how much money they're
Right. No,
actually
I
getting,
understand
but
what you mean, though.
people are getting like salaries. People are getting like TV show deals. Like people are
Gaming
getting
houses.
right. You're like eating off of playing video games. So it's like be more appreciative of what they got. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is too is like if I got picked, I had to have had something that was like worth something. Because like I said, it was open to everybody. Everybody
Right.
had a chance. You know, so I don't know, man. I
Absolutely.
really just want people to support the show. Like I really just want people to support the show. That's really I'm not gonna beg anybody, but if you
No,
want if you believe in
that-
the scene and you want to move it forward, like you should watch the show.
You know, it's good because again, for the guys that are watching that have gone to events to see and have seen you or interacted with you. Why would even if I don't like you, then I want to watch it so you get fucking bootied out and fucking kicked the fuck out.
Exactly, my guy.
You know, and that's the thing. And look, the FGC doesn't get these opportunities. I mean, you had the one with Injustice. Sorry, Ed Boon, but Injustice sucked ass. But that's just my choice, my preference. You know, but it's like. Then again, on the flip side, I'm not a diehard fan of Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but I certainly
Most people aren't.
You know, but on the flip side, I can't watch a day of fucking an hour of Fortnite on TV. Like
Right.
you know, the one thing that like I'm always FGC. I played other games, but I'm just like, whatever. And watching a show based on them for games that I'm not really interested in. Now you got something. It's the games that I'm interested in, and plus it's the people in the community. There ain't one person on the show that I was like, I've never seen that person before.
Right. That's what I mean. There's no paid actor. Like I could understand if it was like you guys know who Prodigy X is?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. If it was like Prodigy X and like Starfire, the chick who used to play Guitar Hero, trying to play Street Fighter, then alright, be upset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But these are active members of your FGC. Like, regardless of what part of the scene we're on, it's all like different people of the scene. What you laughing at, nigga? Star Slayer, my bad.
I thought her name. Yeah, I guess it is Star. Wow. Anyway.
It's been a while, right?
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a very long time. So I can understand if you had like paid actors and then them, you know what I'm saying? Then all right, be upset. But you had people who are like active people in your city. I took a stunner for y'all. I took a stunner for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And sold it.
Word.
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is, bro.
It's you've definitely come a long way and accomplished a lot, and it's awesome, really, for everybody. And it's, I think, the young FGC, because I think that it's a lot of that too.
Yeah.
It's like the young FGC not wanting to venture beyond what they're comfortable seeing on streams, or like people that they see on stage at tournaments, and it's not about that. And it's not always just about them, about those players, you know. And it wider scope. Wider scopes help grow.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like, you know, in the last couple of weeks on the show, you know, we brought up like all the isms and the obics that are out there, and it's in the FGC. We could all fucking lie to ourselves and say, no, everybody here is peace, love, harmony. That's gonna be there no matter how much you police it. That's the real world. You're never gonna stomp any of those out, nor do you want to. You're in a community of people. Listen, you're going to get dicks. You don't want to deal with the dick? Don't talk to them.
All right.
You know, tell them kick rocks, move on. You know, there's enough diversity in the FGC, you know, that you should be able to find a clique of people, you know, that's in itself diverse and vibe with them. You know, you're part of the CEO world. I'm kind of not. You know, but I've told people this a million times. You know, I don't hate Jebeli. People are like, oh, you hate him, you want to kill him. Why? He never did nothing to me.
I agree.
You know, and I said, in fact, the last time I threatened him that I was coming, he said he was going to give me a senior citizen discount. I thought that was funny. I was like, all right, you got me there. So, and I mean, I want his events to do well. But this that division that's in the FGC, if it's not the isms and the obics, it's the haves versus the have-nots. That people that have been in the FGC for X amount of time will see like that show and be like, well, Dayasha shouldn't be in there because I put in all this work. That should be my payout. Or low tier God, low tier God says fucked up things. So what?
I can tell you, like, low tier God is a workhorse, dog. Like, so if you look at everybody on the show, right? I got 10 plus years in this scene trying to think out of the box, right? That's just me. You got JB, who's one of the best Rashids, like, on the planet, right? You have Rob TV, who is brand new. Like, my man's is fresh to the scene, you know what I'm saying? But even he knew who I was, even though he's fresh. But he's fresh to the scene, but he's really strong. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's super strong. Then you got Guilty. Like, everybody knows who Guilty is. Like, I shouldn't even have to explain anything about Guilty. Then you have Sherry, who is arguably one of the best female Street Fighter players. I mean, you could say that there's Kayane, you could say that there's other people, but arguably, Sherry is at everything. Like,
and Sherry goes to everything.
Like, everything. And she eats with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, she eats with everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. And then you got Commander Jesse, who is extremely strong. He's also very new. You know what I'm saying? But he's strong and he's humble. And then we all have different personalities. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't want to kill any characters. But when you put us all together in one house, it makes for ridiculous television. Like, it's ridiculous. And then it's like, just think about what I'm saying. Like, the FGC has a TV show. Forget that I'm on it. Like, even if I wasn't on it, I would still be watching it because the FGC has a TV show. You see what I'm saying? And if anybody knows me, you know that you can come talk to me and we can chop it up and have a conversation. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like we're celebrities from somewhere else. We're just regular people trying to play video games. We just so happen to be on TV. You know what I'm saying? So this is the next step for us, for everybody. You know what I mean? And we all have that mindset when it's not like, oh, this is the next step for me. It's the next step for us. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this could lead to other stuff, but it's the next step for everybody.
I mean, I'm hoping that, and again, we all know at the end of the day, it comes down to numbers.
Right.
And if the numbers are low, I mean, I think I want to say that Injustice broke 7 million views. Was the highest that they broke. Or was it 700,000? I can't remember which was the number. It was enough that it beat a couple of those older shows of Justin Wong trying to figure out how to drive a car and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was WCG.
Oh my god, I forgot about that show.
But
that was a while ago. Wow.
Yeah.
But if the numbers do well this season, there's a season 2.
And my thing is too is like the FGC has tried these things, and not even just the FGC, like the scene itself, like gaming has tried these things. Like, do you guys remember the Empire Arcadia TV show on MTV? Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't remember that.
That was
super long ago.
Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And it's like we go from that to this. You know what I mean? And I can tell you, this. Oh my god. I'm getting hyped. Like, I try not to think about the date that it's going to air because I don't want to hype myself up to the point where it's like my days start to drag. But when I tell you this show, oh my god. Oh my god, this show is going to be ridiculous.
Are you going to have a premiere party for all your homies?
Yeah. So, funny enough, Jabali is holding one for me and all the Orlando guys. So they're going to come over and hang out with me and watch the first episode. And then every episode after that, I'm staying home. I'm old. Fuck all that. I'm staying home to watch that. But I know everybody else has like a premiere party set up, and then we're all gonna watch it together. I think the same time. We gotta coordinate that. And
Very
then
cool.
Yeah, so we're all gonna kind of or try to watch it together. So we all have like some stuff set up to watch it, the first episode.
That is
Yeah.
exciting. So
Mhm.
somebody, or Tom Warrior, he asked us about 10-ish minutes ago. He
Mhm.
said, "Is the show E-League real world, or is it still mostly competing in it? Or can you
So
say that?"
so it's how can I phrase this? It's both.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, like you still rely on your skill in the game to move forward. So I would say it's a little bit of both because if you think about it, 7 people living in a house for what? Like why are they living in a house? You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, I would say it's both. So it relies on how good you are in the game at the end of the day. And you'll see when the first episode comes out, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because if you're just bad at the game, then I think that's really all all I can really say about it.
Right.
But it is a reality TV show. It's 100% reality TV. So cameras are following us around with everything we do.
How long did you all have to film it? Was it like a month or?
Um, I don't think I can talk about that either.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, yeah,
He's like, we're still
GTA.
filming.
Right.
yeah. I
No,
can't.
that's
I
fair.
don't because I think they specifically said no like times and dates.
Time
So
bracket. Okay.
yeah. But it was a while.
It was a while. Okay.
That was-
Well, that's a good enough amount
So
of time.
let me ask you this on a side note. Last week we had Richard Lewis on.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on him?
Richie Lewis?
Yeah,
Who is Richie Lewis?
Richard Lewis from E-League, the British
Richie.
guy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. He's Richie Lewis. I don't really have any specific thought about him because it's like I never really tried to think about him, I guess.
You know what it is like, and it goes kind of hand in hand with the low tier god being on the show, and Melanie and myself were messaging back and forth. Oh, look at this one cursing out fucking low tier god because he got picked for the show. Richard Lewis did the co-hosting of the E-League, and everybody and their mother under the sun. He's a Nazi. He this. He's that. And again, it goes hand in hand with the FGC's knee-jerk reaction. Like low tier god. Everybody's always said, "Oh, you got to put him on here and put him on blast." Then I said, "Why?" He's not. I said, "What he does on his stream." I said, "I know he's not like that."
Right.
Right.
I said it's clear as day because you see him at an event and all of a sudden he's in the corner by himself and you're like, wait a second, this is the guy walking around making fucking Dragon Ball Z poses. And now all of a sudden you see him live and he's like, hey, how are you? I'm low tier guy, and he's a nice guy.
Right.
But the FGC, and this, again, this is where, people go after people's jobs, which is bad. My thing is, it's like, and that goes for anybody. Go after my job, and I'm coming for you.
Right.
Yeah, because that's livelihood. That's somebody's livelihood.
You take food out of my mouth, I'm gonna fucking hurt you as much as I can. And
Sorry, go ahead, James.
and what was funny was the week we had him on, which was 2 weeks ago. And then by midweek he had left E-League, and they're like, "Oh, we got rid of him." Listen, let me educate you fucking mongoloids out there. If you think you got rid of somebody, so you're telling me you got rid of somebody, and he's like, "Oh man, I lost my job. I guess I'm gonna have to move out to Vegas this week in a new house,
Right.
randomly out of nowhere."
Exactly.
He had it planned. He knew what he was doing. He knew before he came on this show. He knew I got another job lined up already.
Exactly. That was what I was going to bring up because some people were even saying like from him being on OBS that he lost his job. We were like, no, that's not what happened. Like it had nothing to do with that at all.
Nah, not at all. I want to talk about Mike Ross real quick.
Yes.
So I'm gonna talk directly into the camera. He's probably not gonna see this, but Mike, we need you. Come back. We need you, Mike. Please come back. Mike Ross, please come back. That Mike Ross was one of the, is somebody that we needed in this scene, and it's unfortunate that he decided he wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying? And it just, you talking about Richie Lewis reminded me of Mike Ross. We really need some Mike Ross in the scene, so I hope he decides to come back. So I wanted to. I'm sorry, I wanted to use your outlet to tell Mike Ross to come back. Please come
For
back,
sure.
Mike Ross. We can figure something out.
Mike was like such a positive like force in the scene, and so many people liked him, and it was sad to see, you know, like for him to just openly speak about everything, you know, everything he had gone through, and that, because I read through a good portion of that, the Ask Me Anything, and it's not shocking, unfortunately, but it's sad. You know,
I mean, it's hard. It's hard. You know, I mean, I've been doing this crap for a fucking hell of a long time, and I know what it is. I know what it is to get fucked. You know, and I'm talking by publishers when I was still writing. You know, or working on development games. You know, it's a scumbag business. You know, and I hate to say that, and that's because anything that's artistic that's not unionized, you're going to get an advantage taken. You look at like this, the voice actors union, you know, look
animation.
At, you know, you can't go you can't go be in a movie of, you know, that's a SAG movie. You know, and if you are SAG, you can't say, "Hi, you know what, Dayasha, I know you're a director. I'll hook you up because you're a homie, and I'll do it for free." I can't even do that, you know. And it's sad because the last time I had sat down with Mike, you know, he had this "I'm ride or die" FGC, and then this happened where he left, and I was like, wow, you know, it's disheartening because you go in with a vision, and you know, you might very well know better than the people that are doing whatever project they're doing. But at the end of the day, it's their money, their project, their rules. You could suggest it. You know, it's like when I go on a job and a guy says, "Hey, you know, I need to run a cable from point A to point B. Can you do that for me?" And I say to him, "Well, actually, you don't have to go point A to point B. You can actually do this." I could tell him that. But then a lot of times they get offended. Who are you to tell me, you know? So I'll do it A to B, and then when it comes up fucked up, I'm still going to bill you for that, and then I'm going to come back and bill you to fix it. And I think Mike, you know, got a taste of that where, you know, his ideas and concepts of directions of the FGC were good, but he had gotten that whatever, you know, we're going to do it this way this time. And it gets frustrating after a while. And, you know, after all that, I can't see him permanently leaving. He's burnt out. I took a break for 10 years. You know, so.
He probably won't come back, but like my thing is you know, I considered him to be like one of my friends, and he offered like a lot of advice. So it's kind of funny that we didn't meet at Evo, but we met up at Evo, and we were having like conversations about like the future and stuff like that. This is when they first did the arena, and he was on like the commentary and all that stuff in CNN. Was it CNN? What channel was that?
It was ESPN.
ESPN, sorry. And he was like, yeah, like, you know, bigging it up or whatever. And it's funny that he went from telling me about it for me to be on a TV show. So it's like he kind of guided where I was going, you know. So if he ever sees this, yo, like, I hope you can find a way to come back and make this shit work. But if not, I respect your decision to stay out. You feel me? Yeah. But that's all I wanted to bring up on Mike. That was my guy.
What other tournaments do you have lined up that people can see you at and talk to you about
and
the
get
show?
Your autograph.
Right, exactly, because you know it'll be that.
Well, for sure, I'm going to be at CEO, and I'm also going to be at Tokyo Game Show. And what is that? SoCal Regionals we going to? SoCal Regionals? Yo, get over here to the camera, dog. They look like I'm talking to nobody. Come over here and show your face real quick.
Welcome.
This is my brother. This is my brother, Mad Titan. This is my man's right here. My brother, Mad Titan. Season 2. Season 2. Man's right here, bro. Don't be James. Oh, James knows who you are. James, you know Mad Titan? Oh, okay. Well, shit. Nah, you by fuera, nigga.
I know everybody in the FGC. That's my
He does.
business. I know everybody, and I know all their dark, dirty secrets. I just choose which ones to expose.
Well, he
I
got a
feel
bit
you.
left.
He ain't trying to be on the camera.
It's all good. We understand.
But so for sure SoCal Regionals, for sure CEO, and for sure Tokyo Game Show. I'm not sure about Evo yet, and I'm not sure about what else is coming up, bro.
4 Classics.
That's it,
Well,
right?
that's
Combo breaker.
That's it
Combo
for
breaker.
me, right?
Combo breaker.
When is Combo Breaker?
May.
The last weekend of May.
Oof. That's kind of hard to do. Are you going to Combo Breaker? You go to everything. I'm tired of you.
It's lit.
I've never actually been to Combo Breaker, so that would
Yeah,
be.
it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. It's a huge venue, and there are 3 swimming pools in the one venue. It's huge. It's awesome.
What?
And 24-hour gaming venue.
That's crazy. Y'all
Yep.
doing it up over there. All right. We'll see what happens. Maybe I could get somebody to, send me out there.
All right. See, there you go.
Maybe, but I mean, if anything, I'll see what's going on because I've never been, so and I'm not opposed to it. So, and that's after. Nope, I'm about to spoil some stuff. Never mind. Maybe.
Right, watch your mouth.
I may be there.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, everybody that I've ever spoken to, not one person has ever. I think it's probably the only event nobody's bitched about.
Yeah,
Combo Breaker?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard anything.
I don't think I've ever heard something negative about it.
Shit, knock on wood.
right, true.
Yeah, so you go this year, and everybody's like, it's too small in here, it stinks. What is it like? The first one I show up to, right?
Oh my god.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on the show, man. I didn't think anybody was gonna reach out to me because I'm like the. Have you seen like the fighting game tier list for people on the show? Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, I haven't seen the one for the people on the show.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom of everybody's list. Like I'm at the bottom when it comes to like who's gonna win or who's gonna do well. I'm at the bottom at everybody's list.
Rude.
Yeah, well, what's his name? I watched the one little clip of you, the clip on Twitter where they had to pick who they could body. And
that's another thing. So they doing all these clips, and the only one where they message me or when they mention me is, "Oh yeah, I can body him." Like what? That's the one you bring up. Like you're not gonna bring up nothing else. You're just gonna bring up the one where you can beat me at. So it's like I'm being billed as a scrub. So
wow,
man,
people are so rude.
well, we both play Chun-Li, but I'm playing Chun-Li. He don't really play Chun-Li, so he just moves her around while I kick the shit out of her.
Yeah, Chun-Li's been my main for like ever, like since like ever. When I say ever, like any game she's in, I play her in. It doesn't matter if she's good, bad. I always play Chun-Li, like, and that's why people are like, "Oh, you're the representative of Chun," and I'm like, "Nah, B, because if I played Ryu, then y'all be saying the same thing. You're the representative of Ryu." Nah, man. I just play the character. Why can't you be happy that Chun is on the show? Like it could have been 7 Kemi. Like Chun is on the show. Like,
True.
I don't know, man. Everybody's got something to complain about all the time. But
That's also true.
the show's gonna be lit. The show is gonna be lit. If y'all not watching this show, you are bugging.
So, all right. So, in your opinion,
Yeah.
if a season 2 happens, give me pics of who you would want to see on the show.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Okay, so if there's a season 2, right? First off, Matt Titan, right? Matt Titan. You ain't gonna say nothing? You just gonna nod your head? All right, Matt Titan. Matt Titan for season 2. And it has to be amateur people, right? Like it can't be people with the okay. Give me a second. There's nobody else that does drama either, right? Like
That's like not sponsored. Is that something that you can say? Was it a
Yeah,
requirement for them to not be sponsored?
Yeah, like
Okay.
it specifically said like, you know, we're looking for people who aren't sponsored.
Okay.
All right, so Mad Titan. If I were to go like skill wise, I would say Shine.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I think Shine would be amazing on the show, but he Shine don't care about no TV. So, but skill wise, I think Shine would be dope on the show. Is Kami sponsored? Damn, Kami is sponsored. Everybody's sponsored, yo.
They are. I was gonna say it would be interesting to see Diamond on there, but Diamond doesn't play Street Fighter. Diamond would be
No,
entertaining though.
Diamond plays some Street Fighter though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Enough.
she can.
She plays some Street Fighter. I would definitely say Diamond. Thanks for bringing that up because I would
Yeah, that would
definitely
be very
100%
entertaining.
say Diamond. Oh, that would be sick. That would be. Oh my god, that'd be funny. So yeah, Mad Titan, Shine, Diamond. I'd probably throw Footwork on there.
Yes. Oh, he'd be funny
Sponsored.
too.
He's sponsored now, though.
Yeah, he is sponsored now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Damn. I'd still put Footwork on there.
Yeah.
You need that. Like you need that dynamic in there. You know what I'm saying? And if you had to pick 7 people, damn, that's rough because everybody's sponsored these days.
Yeah. Dang.
Mm.
Yeah, because everyone that I want to say, they would all be sponsored, but they will be entertaining. I think.
Yeah, that's and that like well. All right, so what about people that aren't doing like top 8s right now? Like if you're not in the top 8, so even though you're a sponsor, but you're not in top 8 all the time, right? Kaba don't speak English, right? Not really, right? Yeah. Nah. Yeah, that's whack. Keep him out of there.
That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. They got a subtitle. They got a subtitle the whole time. Everything. People just like, what? I don't understand what the fuck you're saying.
Oh, Nasir, yeah. Nasir, yeah. 100%. 100%. Oh, and my man, Pax. Oh man, Pax would be dope. Pax is from the UK, so that would be sick.
Oh, that would be. Oh, I didn't
yeah,
even
that
think
would
about
be
UK
sick.
people.
Yeah, and I feel like I have too many people from like New York, or like that East Coast type of area. Who we got on the West Coast? Because I got Midwest in there, I got East Coast. Yeah, not really anybody.
Yeah,
they like each other. They all like each other on the West Coast.
Yeah, they wouldn't really have too much drama.
I think what would be cool is to put the TOs.
That would be cool.
I'm still the daddy. Oh my god, that would be sick.
Oh, I'm still.
Yo,
oh yeah.
He would be the LTG of season 2. Pod Chop would be sick too. But does he? I don't think he plays Street Fighter. He plays Tekken. He plays Union. Somebody said, Flash
Metroid.
Oh, how did I forget Flash Metroid? Definitely. No, mine's sponsored as hell.
Somebody else said Sanford said that could be interesting too to have like a OG Street Fighter one.
See, but that's why I don't get paid for casting because I mean I'd be stumped.
I would just want to put all the TOs. I want to put Alex, Vi, Larry, Biggie, Rick, and Alex Jabali in the same fucking house.
That would be sick. That's too much drama.
That would be really funny though.
That would be crazy. Smug is sponsored.
Been sponsored for a group.
Sanford would be sick. Mike Watson would be
I
sick.
was thinking Mike Watson, but that would be the OG one.
Yeah,
Mike Watson would be sick. I actually would watch that. Damn. Nah, I wouldn't say Henry Sen. I'd say Watson. Yeah.
I would put James Chen. I would put James Chen in though. That's my West Coast. James Chen and Watson. I put them both in.
That would be very entertaining. That would be very.
Lee Tung would be dope too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. I'm glad that there's a chat because I feel like I just had a brain fart and like, damn, Afro Cole. whenever I think of Afro Cole, I think of Chris Bond. Like I think of them in the
Yes.
same. Yeah. Shout outs to Chris Bond though. That's my homie.
Yeah, Chris Bond is awesome.
Yeah.
Let me see. There was a girl, Paulushina. She was actually at Michigan Masters, and she was really. She made it to top 8 at Street Fighter. So yeah, she was playing. I think she was a girl that Wolf Crone had like made that comment about a month ago or whatever, about if you ever to a girl that you should quit playing, you should quit fighting games or something like that. But she was there. She was a beast though. She's like for real good at Street Fighter. So, and I don't think she's sponsored.
Yeah, we would need more women on there for sure. For sure. But I mean, we got to get past the first cast first, right?
You're right.
We got to get past the first cast, and all I know is that, the way we all feel, we feel like we're irreplaceable until it's time to replace us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it was just, we had way too much fun. We bonded. We did a lot. Like, we did a lot in that house, and I don't know how much of everything they'll show, just because it has to be edited and all that other stuff.
Right.
But a lot went down in that house, and if any of us weren't on the cast, I feel like the show would have been different. Like the show would have been like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you took LTG out and put like, I don't know, anybody, right? Anybody.
Right.
If you took him out and put anybody, the dynamic would have been different. Like it wouldn't have been as good. Yeah, it wouldn't have been as good. Or like if you took me out, because like this isn't a spoiler because anybody who knows me knows how I get down. When I say I was clowning them, I was clowning them this entire time. Like I was putting verbal hands on all of them. Like everybody got it. So if I wasn't on it, it would be too like, too stale. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like everybody played a perfect part in it. You know what I'm saying? And it just, the way everything played out is just, I don't know. I think it's gonna be great. So hopefully you guys watch it.
July 20th, right? If I remember the date.
Definitely gotta watch it.
It's
April
this Friday, dog.
April 20th. I mean, that's one
Oh yes. Okay. Then we lit.
Yeah, it's this Friday, April 20th at 11 p.m. Eastern. It's on the TBS network, and if you can't catch it on TBS, the first episode is gonna be on Twitch. You able to watch the first episode on Twitch?
Yes. So there's no excuse for people to not find their way to watch it.
Exactly.
E-Struck Sipe said, "Whatever happened to Burn Your Bra?" Sola is writing books now.
Yeah,
she's very happy with her life.
Yeah,
so
she's definitely writing books. The funny thing about Burn Your Bra is that she was on my team and she met her boyfriend through the whole YouTube scene that we had. Yeah, so they like. Yeah, that was. I've seen too much stuff come for this.
You're taking Cupid responsibility on that,
right?
I got you. I got what you're saying.
I'm taking all the credit for that. Yeah, but like I've seen too much cool stuff happen in this scene to not like wanna, you know what I'm saying? To not want to stay in it or be a part of it. Like too much. I experienced way too much in this scene. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to Burn Your Bra and Alvarez.
Yeah, I miss her.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people I could shout out right now that got me to this point. Like, Free One Up, freaking Lupasan, K-Brad, who else got me here? FADC, you remember FADC? What was that dude's name from FADC? Seb? You remember Seb? Yeah. Triforce, a lot of people don't like Triforce, but Triforce gave me a shot. Yo, funny thing about Triforce, right? When I was getting my start in the scene, I wanted to be a part of Empire Arcadia. Mind you, I told you we were working for slave deals, right? Like we had I want to play for a t-shirt. Like it was bad. But I made a video complaining. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get good. These pros don't want to play us. Like this is like one of my oldest videos where like I got a lot of hate for it. These pros don't want to play us. They think we trash. Like they only want to play other pros. Like this is whack. How am I supposed to get good? How are we supposed to expand the scene? I want to be a part of the team. Blah, 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 blah. This dude Triforce weirdo ass, right? He came out. He made a video, and that's my dude, so he knows his love. He made a video with his Zelda shirt on, his Zelda sweater on, and he had his hoodie all the way on.
Oh Lord!
hello, Dayasha. You want to be a part of the scene, eh? Like, it was ridiculous. And he was like, yeah, if you want to play one of my teammates or one of my players, blah, 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 you can come to the Arc and all this other stuff, right? My boy, I went to the Arc, and it was nothing but, like, all the elite players that I looked up to. So when I say, like, everybody, I mean, like, everybody was in this building. So, like, Nelson was there. Rest in peace. Kaiba was there. Yipes was there. Arturo was there, I think. I don't remember if he was there or not. Triforce was there. My man Red was there. Blood Red was there. Yeah, Yipes was there, right? And when I got there, when I say I was starstruck, I was starstruck. I'm like, yo, these are all the people I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And then Justin Wong had just won the GameStop tournament, so they had to check from when he won that. So I was like, yo, that's the check from the GameStop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw all the trophies and stuff. So, like, him responding to me kind of got my shot because people were scrutinizing me for that video when that video actually did what I wanted. I just wanted to play top tier people. And that's all I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And from that video, I had a lot of top tier matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then everybody started to know me from them because I started getting better from playing all the New York people. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like it was a bigger thing. So shout outs to Triforce. You know what I'm saying? Like, Triforce was a big proponent of me being here at this point. So, like, there's a lot of people that go into my career. And then, you know, Yadi, the mother of my kids, who, you know, supported me. Like, she was like, yo, I can't watch you play this game no more. It's been 15 hours. Turn this game off. You know what I'm saying? Or she would hold down the kids while I'm playing this game. Or she would hold down the kids while I'm at these tournaments. Or while I'm at the tournament, she's holding the kids while I'm at this tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, there's so much that went into this. And that's why I forever respect this woman. Because she put me on her back. Like, for real. Like, she was like, oh, you trying to play this video game stuff? You better do something with this video game stuff. Otherwise, we cutting this off and you getting a job. So, and that's not to say I don't make money now. Like, I make money, but we made something of this. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she definitely had my back through it 100%. So if it wasn't for her and, you know, my mom and my dad for holding me down, for believing in me, you know what I'm saying? They could have been like, yo, you need to go to college. Nah. Go into debt and go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, B, I'm going to sit here and play these video games. So, shout out to Chris Bond. Chris Bond gave me a lot of opportunities to get my my personality out there from when I'm, like, in front of people with a microphone and a camera. So I was interviewing a lot of game developers that I looked up to. So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jabali. Jabali let me get in front of his crowd. Like, that's his baby. And he was like, nah, go ahead. Take this mic. I know you got it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot went into it, and I'm very appreciative. And that's why I feel like I'm a different animal when it comes to, like, being in this FGC. Because I have respect for people who came before me, and I have respect, and I'm thankful for everybody who helped me get here. And my man, Mad Titan. My man, Mad Titan. Let me tell you about Mad Titan, yo. We was at EVO. What year was that we was at EVO when we shit on Canada? 2016. So K-Brad is fighting Chai Rithi, right? And Canada this was bar fights, right? Canada was going ham. When I say going ham, I mean Canada was going nuts. Like, nobody could say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because Canada was going ham. So I was like, nah. I'm going over there for my man K-Brad. You know what I'm saying? And who's behind me? My man, Mad Titan, all the way over there on the couch, right behind me. And when I say we shut down Canada, we shut down Canada, dog. So shout outs to my man, Mad Titan. Oh yeah, they was finished. They was finished. If you find a video on that, yeah, they was all quiet. Like, they was not expecting that.
Yes.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people got me to this point, and I'm very thankful to be here. And you know what I'm saying? I wish everybody had the same mentality as me, because then they would want to watch the show. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
It's gonna be great.
This I really, really enjoy this show a lot because your enthusiasm, just in general, is so refreshing, honestly. And people, like what James said earlier, people think because of our, I guess, realness or like cynicism, of people that we just completely hate the scene, and that isn't true. We've been in the scene for so long, both of us. I mean, James been in it longer than both of you and I, but it's, you know, it's refreshing to see people have this level of excitement still, and that's what we need. This is what the scene needs. If people, you know, can be salty about the show, whatever, they still gonna watch it. But obviously, but it's, you know, it's always gonna be haters no matter what. But it is super, super refreshing to see you still have this level of excitement and support and positivity. That's actually why I really always like talking to K-Brad, because K-Brad has always been cool from the minute I first met him.
It's the
It's
the positiveness. Like
Exactly.
your positiveness, you keep it real, but you keep it positive at the same time.
Right.
A lot of these people's version of positive is this, you know, justice, social justice, you know, all this other, you know, listen, this is your hobby that you want to be your career. Keep fucking political bullshit out of it. Because once you bring that kind of crap into it, you know, it all of a sudden is going to change the perception that you have of the scene. Because now you spend time going, I can't talk to that person. They said something mean to that person. And I can't talk to this person because, you know, and then you get on the back end of it, people in your group saying, I can't, you know, I remember when Larry came on the show after final round with that whole, you know, blow up that one year. Was it final round 19? And, you know, the fucking Muppet. What the fuck is this Muppet's name again? He looks like the fucking saxophone Muppet from
Oh, you're talking about
Ski
the
Sonic,
actual
Ski Sonic,
Muppet. I
Ski
cannot
Sonic,
think.
Ski Sonic.
Yeah. Oh,
Ski Sonic. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ski Sonic.
He's the fucking guy with the hat. He's the fucking guy that plays the saxophone in the Muppet Band. But you know, all of a sudden it was, oh, how can he go on this show? I'll do an interview with him. Listen, let him go where he wants to go.
Right.
You know, wherever he wants to go, where he wants to spread it, you know, his love, let him spread it. You know, when you start telling certain people, don't talk to this guy, don't talk to that guy, you know, well, don't go to this guy's event, you know, that's when you start to see the community fracture.
Right.
And if there was more people in the scene that were like you, like, hey, who gives a shit, you know, what the people do, go support the scene with not the attitude of support the scene to grow it, but support the scene because you like the games, you like what we do.
Right.
We all have that common bond.
Right. If you in it, you in it. Like, why not be in it? You feel me? Like, if your thing is, I'm just gonna play this game, go to an event, get drunk, go home, fine. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's more to it than that. Like, I haven't had a drink in years. When was the last time I had a drink, bro? Like 6 years or something like that.
Wow, good for you.
What was that, 2011? 2012? Yeah, like 6 years. I don't smoke, like, so when I go to these events, like, I'm not going to, like, yo, let me go over there and get drunk. I'm gonna go fuck some bitches and I'm out.
Right.
Like, I'm going to hang out with my people. How can we make the scene move forward and let me play my game? Like, that's it. We all in the same building to play this game. Like, I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all, like 100% candid, and you're probably not gonna see this on the show. I was born and raised in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So I got that hood mentality, but I don't need to show it.
Where in the
I'm
Bronx?
not out here.
Where in the Bronx?
145th Street, 3rd Avenue.
3rd Ave? Okay.
3rd Ave.
Where'd you go to?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to? Dodge?
Nah, so I was born on 145th and 3rd Avenue in that Lincoln Hospital on 149th. And then I moved to Crows Avenue by Watson and Gleason. And that's still South Bronx. And that's more so by, what is that? Castle Hill, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So I went to CS 47 and all of that over there.
Okay.
And then I moved over to, what's the name of that shit? You've been making me go back.
I don't know any of these New York streets, so you can discuss this with you.
Where I ended was 169th and Sheridan. That's where I ended, 169th and Sheridan on the Grand Concourse. But anyway, yeah, so I have that, like, mentality where, you know, I could be a bully. I could be like, but why? You know what I'm saying? All you're doing is putting a damper on the scene. Like, you're making people not want to be a part of the scene. And my goal is to see people yelling and screaming because I'm yelling and screaming. So that's why I feel like being an MC is the best for me because I'm going to get you out them seats, man. And then CEO's gonna be at an arena this year. Like, come on, man. Like, we're taking strides. We used to play Street Fighter in a garage at tournaments. You remember that?
Yep. I've
I
been to
used to
garage
play-
tournaments. I've been to
Garage
backyard tournaments.
living room tournaments, blockbuster tournaments. Like, and now we're in arenas. Like, come on, yo. You remember blockbuster?
Blockbuster
man.
tournaments were the best because, like, they'd be like, hey, any of you motherfuckers gonna rent anything? You keep using the test station all fucking night. You're like, nah, I'm
Y'all
good.
just sitting here playing Street Fighter. Nobody's buying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've watched this thing progress, so like I'm very protective of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm more positive toward it because it's like we doing big things. If you want to be a part of big things, be a part of big things. Like that's it. You know what I mean? So I really love the scene, and the thing is like I feel like I'm good at other video games, but I'm really good at fighters. So why not be a part of what you're really good at? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just like why would you spit on your own floor? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you guys ever watch Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies.
Of course.
The wife was talking about how like she was hanging out with all the other wives and they were talking about their kids and how they used to beat them and all that stuff. And she was like, one girl even spit on your floor, on her own floor. Like, why would you spit on your own floor? You have to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna spit on your own floor in your own house. Like, why not take care of your scene if that's where you're gonna be at? So,
Right.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Like, I used to play in laundromats, dog. Like,
Dang.
Laundromats,
So if you
7-Elevens,
before-
bodegas.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. I used to carry my bags all the way down this hill in the Bronx and then play in the laundromat all day. All they had was Third Strike. I just played Third Strike all day. So,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm very protective of this team.
As you
And I'm
should be.
excited that you guys can see this show. Oh my God.
Oh,
This
by
show
the
is
way,
fucking nuts. Yeah.
your Cowboy Bebop hat is amazing.
Thank you.
It is
Thank you.
very
Thank you so
cool.
much. I got mad hats, bro. Like, I could show you my closet, but like my closet is just hats. Like that. It's just mad hats. So, but I couldn't wear any for the show. That's why if you look at the trailer, like I have no hats on because they wouldn't let me wear them. So,
Ah.
yeah, it's all good though.
My laundromat had KOF and more. My fucking laundromat had Mr. Do's Run. That sucked ass. Nobody, it was like literally, you're like, really? Nobody wants to play this. And the fucking shoot the fucking ball thing didn't even work. You were like, damn, I gotta sit here for 45 minutes washing my clothes and just running around aimlessly.
My pizzeria on 167th had Marvel in it, and the Fierce Punch didn't work.
Wow.
So we used to do rock paper scissors for who would get the first player side with the broken button.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, the come up is real. The come up is so real.
The come up is real.
Yeah.
And people, especially like the younger people in the scene, that's why I wish that it was more tools that weren't just YouTube for like newer people in the scene to learn about the old scene because they don't know because arcades kind of just don't exist no more. And you know, it's sad and they don't know that it was that. They don't know about pizzeria arcades cabs and all, you know, they don't remember that.
Well, it's like if you look at, and in fact, I'm sure both of you heard about the whole Billy Mitchell thing with the Donkey Kong records and being fucking erased and all that.
Oh yeah,
listen, and of course, you know, where something dramatic usually happens in the scene, you know, Triforce is only 1 or 2 steps behind, you know, because Triforce dealt with Billy and the other Todd Rogers guy with Dragster getting his record redone, and it's like I feel like the esports, which I want to progress, but remember where you came from.
right.
And I feel like they're trying to literally in front of us erase the history. Like you could say, listen, he cheated on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could say, hey, Pete Rose, you're never going to get into the fucking Hall of Fame. You know, but you can't deny what he's done for baseball on the positive side as well. Okay, you can deny him an entrance into the Hall of Fame. But you can't say, oh, you were just a regular scrub.
Right.
And I feel like in the FGC, and gaming in general, not just the FGC, esports is trying to erase that history that was there. Like, you talk to a guy and they know who Justin Wong is.
Right.
You know? But then you'll hear Justin Wong, as an EG player. They won't even mention Triforce or EMP or that struggle of growing up in Chinatown Fair days.
Right.
You know,
all of what was in the King of Chinatown.
Yeah.
And even before that.
Yo, the crazy thing about the King of Chinatown, the scene where at the end, where Triforce is at the beginning, he's like, "My father told me a 9 to 5 is for suckers."
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And then at the end, where he's working a 9 to 5.
Yep.
So it's basically like it's saying he's a sucker. That shit was all like staged or whatever. Like none of it was actually like, how can I explain it? None of it was actually real. Like it was just meant for the cameras to make him look bad. And he was cool with that. And that's the thing with like Triforce. Like a lot of people don't know the sacrifices that Triforce has made. Like all you know is the dirtbag shit. Like, yo, he skipped out on a bill. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't pay me this money and stuff like that. You guys have no idea, and I'm not saying like you guys, but some people have no idea like how he paved the way. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin Wong was on EMP before he was on Echo Fox.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
for a while.
He was the first. He was the first fighting game team. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Right. Nobody. There was no Team Joe Blow from Idaho or Team Cali. It was him, and he picked up the best player. He pulled the Yankees, but unfortunately, you know, you pull the Yankees want to get paid.
Right. You're right. And like I said, like we were fighting for fucking sweater deals back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have jerseys. It was T-shirts. I could pull out all my jerseys right now from like back in the day. Like I have my TFA jersey. I have my Fight Nation jersey. Like I have I have my E-League jersey. Like I have all of my jerseys from like back in the day because I'm gonna frame them once I like retire. Right.
Nice.
So we used to fight for these deals. You know what I'm saying? But like Triforce was like a visionary. You know what I'm saying? He come out of his mouth was like, but you can't deny how he kind of paved the way for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want about him, but Triforce is that dude.
It's Triforce is a very interesting person because again with like the newer generation of FGC people, they view him as like this crackpot because they do idolize the Smug and Punk and all like the newer people that are like closer to their age. But it's like there are people 10, 20 years before you, like a long time ago. Right. And there are a lot of people that don't know, EMP was on MTV in the 90s. It's a lie. And it was a long time coming. And, he did put in a lot of work. And because Prodigy X was on EMP. I mean, it was a lot of them that were.
Star Slayer, was it Slayer?
Yeah, I think it's Star Slayer.
Yeah, she was on EMP too.
Yeah.
It's funny because I met them by going to EMP. Like I went to the arc. I think it was in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The first arc. Yeah, it was in Brooklyn, and they were there because they had just got finished filming something. I can't remember what they was filming, and I just remember like Prodigy X is not gonna remember this shit. Because he went on and did bigger and better things. But I just remember seeing Prodigy and going like, this dude's a fucking ass. Like, because I remember how he carried himself. Like, I was like, yo, what's up? I'm Dayasha. And he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
he is like that.
Yeah, you one of them. All right, cool. Whereas, like, Star Slayer gave me some love, but, like, he was like, hey, what's up, yo? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but whatever. Triforce definitely did his thing. But this ain't about Triforce. This is about E-League. It's about E-League, son. We made it.
You have made it. That is exciting.
Nah, we made it. We made it. Yeah.
True. Do you have any other games that you're excited about playing currently beyond Street Fighter, or is it mostly Street Fighter focused?
So I'm deep into Monster Hunter right now. I'm like far into Monster Hunter. On Friday, I because I don't have a PS4 Pro, I just have this computer that plays 4K. So on Friday, I'm getting the God of War PS4 Pro console, like the limited edition joint. So I'm excited to play that. I'm excited to play Detroit Become Human. That game is going to be sick. Oh my god, that game is gonna be sick.
Oh yeah.
and I'm about to get back into Horizon because I didn't finish that, but I'm about to get back into Horizon Zero Dawn. And I just finished Shadow of the Colossus, actually, the remake. Oof, oof.
Oh, I
fire.
saw that in GameStop the
Yeah.
other day.
I played some Dragon Ball Fighters, but I mean, it is what it is. Oh, we just finished A Way Out. Yeah, we just finished A Way Out. A Way Out is dope if you have like a somebody to play with. A Way Out is mad dope.
Okay.
I'm
Oh
at-
yeah, it does come with a free code, don't it?
Exciting.
Yeah.
God of War. I'm definitely looking forward to. That's like, I mean, I haven't like. I get games, a limited fucking time that I can actually stay and focus on a game. I can't fucking spend 24/7 like I used to, and also the fact that the motion capture was done by Eric Jacobus, who played Stryker on the Mortal Kombat web series, and
okay.
and he does all those little Tekken videos where he reenacts all the moves. If you catch him on Twitter, it's just kind of cool. And so he did all the motion capture for God of War. So plus the whole kid thing is kind of intrigued me. I don't know how it plays out. It's very rare do I get a game I don't want spoilers. Like normally I'm like I don't give a shit. I'm still gonna play it. But God of War has always been that one that I don't want to know shit. Let me experience it.
Yeah, I'm the main thing I'm curious about is how it ended from the third game. I want to see how it transitions to this one.
Yeah.
Like if it's a continuation, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to know what happens, like a spoiler, like you said. But I hope they finish from how it 3 ended. I want to see how that play out, like how it played out. So if anybody beat God of War 3, you know exactly like what I'm talking about. Because I was pretty upset the way 3 ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and do your thing. It's been about an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, it has. We have work in the morning
Yes,
as well.
we have work, and I'm going to fucking Israel. Oh my god!
Right? Yeah, he is.
I got a 15-hour flight, and I'm sick.
Right.
I get to go. I get to go to the Ukraine, fly over Syria, fly over Israel. Perfect time to be doing that.
Maybe not, but
Right.
And the flight path goes directly over the city of Aleppo.
Oh.
Yeah. So
well, be safe out there.
yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Oh, by the way, you mentioned these are Wakanda beads. These are actually the beads of subjugation. My favorite anime is Inuyasha, which is where Dayasha comes from.
Oh.
When I was 14, it became my favorite anime, and then I stuck with it, and I made my gamer tag, and then I just kept it since I was like 14.
Nice.
So that's what these are. So I wear them. I'm gonna be wearing these a lot.
Nice. Very cool.
But yeah, man, thank you for having me on the show and speaking my piece. You guys are awesome.
You're awesome too.
And again, guys, check it out this week on the 20th
Friday.
on TBS.
Friday. Friday. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. And if you can't watch it on TBS, you can watch it on Twitch, 11 p.m. Eastern. I believe it's 11 p.m. Pacific time as well, but we're still kind of fuzzy on that. So if not, it's 8 p.m. So just check your guide and see what it is. I know for sure it's 11 p.m. Eastern. So definitely check that out. Your boy is on there doing work. I did so much work on this show, bro. Oh my god, this show is gonna be sick. Yeah, I feel like everybody who's a part of the FGC is gonna be proud of what was put together. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, I haven't even seen it yet, so I don't even know how I'm portrayed. You know what I'm saying? I just know that it's going to be a ridiculous show. So tune in.
So
and,
would you be upset if they portrayed you as the ultimate bad guy?
They can't. There's no way.
I don't know, man.
There's
a lot of editing tricks. A lot of editing tricks out there.
Trust me, bro. There is no way you can make me the bad guy. You can make me. You know what? I can't get into it. But there's zero way you can make me the bad guy. I am not the bad guy. Period.
Okay.
Like at all. So, but what I can say is what you guys expect is not what's happening. That's all I can say.
Okay.
So you want to watch it. If at least watch it for the curiosity of what I'm saying.
Right.
From what I'm saying right now, it's not what you think. Nobody is expecting it. and nobody from the scene has seen it. So it's not one of those things where it's like special people, like top player privilege and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It is completely and 100% sanctioned by Turner, and they do not play that shit.
Yeah,
So,
no.
nobody has seen it yet. I mean, some of us have seen like clips, but nobody has seen like an episode in its entirety that wasn't a part of the staff.
Wow.
So if you hear something from somebody else, it's bullshit.
Right.
Because nobody has seen it yet. Like, we haven't even seen it yet. Like, we were fighting to see the commercial. Like, I had to buy, because I don't have cable, I had to buy DirecTV Now just to see the commercial. You know what I'm saying? So they kept us out of the loop for everything. So, but yeah, definitely watch it. It's not what you think. It's gonna be an amazing show. Don't think too much about LTG. Like, LTG is
Right.
on there and he did his job. That man put in work, but it's not about just LTG. Like, we put in work, the entire cast. There's 7 of us. Watch it for 7 of us because it's gonna be dope. And that's it. Follow me on Twitter, guys. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I appreciate you guys giving me the platform though, because there was a lot of misconceptions. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I just hope like this cleared up a lot, and maybe if you weren't going to watch the show, maybe now you will.
Absolutely.
I planned
Well,
on
we
it
are
anyway.
very excited that you
I'm the closet guy that'll be like, nah, I ain't watching that bullshit. Sitting on my phone. I'll be sitting on my phone on the plane.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did it with the
that's
Injustice
cool.
one too. I did it with the Injustice one. I was like, I ain't watching Sonic Fox run around like a fucking goofball, dressed up in his furry hat.
Well, the funny thing is it's nothing like the Injustice one. Like, it's not like it at all. So that's why I say it's this first reality TV show, because it's not like the Injustice one. Because the Injustice one, they had people coming to their house, right? So
Oh,
people coming
yeah.
to the house to watch them play online, and then I think they played for something else. I can't remember.
Yeah.
This is like we're all in one house for a specific amount of time, interacting the entire time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's different from how the Injustice one was. So where I acknowledge that one as a show, this is the first reality TV show where we competed against each other physically, like face to
Right.
face. It was no online stuff. It was face to face. We got backstories. Like, you'll see. You'll learn a lot about us as characters before you see the actual, like, what's going on.
So very
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
I'm excited.
I'm glad. That's all I wanted, for somebody, one person to be as excited as I am. I'm like flexing through my shirt, like I'm about to bust out my shirt. I just wanted somebody to be just as excited as I am. Like, I got, hey, what'd you say? What'd you say? Oh. I got veins in my neck. Like, this is, yo, the FGC is moving forward, son. Look at his triceps. Look at his triceps. So, but yeah, you guys have a good night. I got to take it down. I might beat his ass in some Street Fighter a little bit. But, yeah, we got grown man stuff to do in the morning.
Yeah.
Y'all know how it is.
I know how shit.
Thank you for being on with us. You've been
Thank you
delightful.
for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm going to talk to LGT. I'm going to see if I can get him on the show. I'll talk to him.
Yeah, talk to your homie.
I will, yeah. I'm gonna, like, right after this, I'm going to talk to him, because we talk every day. Well, about every day. We, like, all of us, we talk to each other. So
Okay, for sure.
I can see. I'll see if he'll join it and see what's going on.
That would
He's
be
very
exciting.
protective of himself, though. So
Yeah, I know.
if he says no, then like, but he's mad protective of himself. Like, I respect
I noticed.
some LTG. Yeah, I respect some LTG, because even though his personality is what people perceive, he knows what he's doing.
Right. He
knows what
does.
he's doing, and he's on the right path. So shout out to my man LTG, JB, Jesse, Rob TV, Guilty, and Sherry. Wow, that's a lot of. I'm the only one that's like out of the sounds, like Dayasha. There's Rob TV, LTG, Guilty, JB, Jesse,
Sherry.
and then Dayasha.
You're the odd man out.
Right.
Word, that's why I'm at the bottom of everybody's list, yo. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and hopefully everybody watches it, and that's just the right
Definitely
way.
will.
This way. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
All right.
And have a safe trip, James. Don't get shot down.
Nah, I'm not
Right.
gonna. I'm gonna try to avoid that.
All right, guys. I'll check y'all later.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Well, that was pleasant.
That was pleasant.
I meant
Pleasantries
to
is
tell
good.
you are you landing in the Ukraine or you're flying over
No,
there?
I'm flying. I'm landing in the Ukraine for a 2-hour layover, and then I'm flying southbound
Okay,
from the Ukraine.
we'll say здравствуйте, hello, como te zовут, James. I mean, I don't know what James equivalent would be in Russian, but
I'm just gonna go. Give me a fucking beer. My fucking pills are wearing off, and I got a 3-hour flight from the Ukraine down to fucking Israel. So give me a fucking beer or two.
well,
That's
you
all.
could at least до свидания. That's goodbye.
I'm gonna
When
say,
you
where's
leave.
fucking Ivan Drago?
In Ukraine.
But yeah,
Um,
he's always a positive guy. I've always liked him. He's a very respectful player. You know, even though he could talk some shit, which he does. Even when he does that, it's like he talks shit, and you're like, I still like him. He does it in a
he
positive
is
way.
very positive.
He's like one of those. Hey, I like you. I'm still gonna beat you, but I like
Right.
you. Like, it's okay if you beat me and yell at me. But yeah,
Exactly.
always has a positive outlook. Good dude. You know, again, guys, check it out on TBS
On Friday.
Friday. I will be in Israel. I got Wi-Fi because I'm turning my phone off. I ain't getting that
Yeah.
$6,000 bill again. Oh God, I feel like shit. I almost want to take off to that tomorrow and just because I'm not leaving until 12:30 Thursday morning. So literally at midnight I'm leaving. So and I'm fucking sick as a dog. I feel like crap. I got all my stuff.
I know.
Packed
I'm sorry.
back there.
It's all this crazy weather, which is annoying because it's been like that here too. And when I was in Detroit, because I was in Detroit all last week, and yeah, it was like 60s and 70s for like 2 or 3 days, and then it was like cold. Moxie, please speak Russian more often. He said from here she could pass for Russian. Well, thank you. And by the way, where is Pastor Caps? So Caps was like, he had hit us up earlier in our group chat and was like, "Oh, I'm running late, guys," because he was like out eating, and then I don't know, maybe he got sidetracked. We'll have to catch up on him, but I'm sure is probably asleep by now because he has like work.
Yeah.
And so do I in the morning, back from vacation. But yeah.
Me too. I dread going to work. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take another. I'm gonna sedate myself a little bit more with some of the Theraflu shit that I've been drinking, like fucking water.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can wake up.
Definitely get some rest, James. And I will as well, because I was like involuntarily woken up at 7 this morning and then just never got to go back to sleep. So
I almost canceled the show tonight. I was like, fuck, but we canceled last week.
yeah, I know. And it's last week I think that would have been fun too, with me and Chris filming in the same place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, everything happens for a reason.
Yes, it
So.
does.
All right, James, you have a safe trip. I'll be catching up on you or checking up on you and like making sure you're okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thank you all for watching, guys.
Anyway, guys, subscribe again, like I always say. Also, check out the Discord. If Mr. Bowman is in the chat, can you put the Discord out there?
Yes. Follow our Discord. And whatever somebody had asked earlier about like the bits, if the money goes to the show or like the subscribe button, that all of the money from all of that goes to CASE, which is an organization to help fight against sexual exploitation, or the Gym Girls, which is a organization from New York that does the same thing. So that is where the money goes to.
And on a
Yes.
side note, I'm currently working on shirt designs again.
Yay.
That we're gonna try to push through Amazon, since everybody else does Amazon business.
I'd be excited about that. James, can we have a flag Can we have an OBS flag that me and Chris can like can carry around tournaments?
I could
And
do
just
that.
like it would be awesome.
I could definitely do that. You know.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Oh. Another thing. So for a future show, it doesn't have to be anytime soon. But who gave me the idea for this? It was during Michigan Masters. I feel like it was KP. It was him. I think it was KP. But it was either him or it was Jackal. And they were saying that we should do an episode in the future where it's like an open floor for me and Caps, where like I guess fans are like people can literally just ask us anything, and I think that would be really interesting. I think it would be funny. So
Yeah, we could definitely do that. It does have a tendency to get. Whew,
I'm sure
back in the days of old, where I had 35 people in one call. You know, it has a tendency to get.
well,
flustered.
not calling in, but I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess
but I mean, we can limit it, and you know, we could do it in group. Cookies
fun.
at Texas Showdown.
that would be very fun. But das vidanya. Be safe. And
Do people with
Good night.
OBS shirts automatically get kicked out of Evo? Probably. Yo, imagine like I go to Vegas and I just sit outside and hand out OBS shirts and they all get kicked out.
That would be amazing. I would help you do that.
So anyway, we'll wind up getting sidetracked and we won't wind up sleeping.
We will.
You have a good night. We
You
will
too.
talk mañana, and I will
Yeah.
upload this episode as soon as I'm done closing it up, and we will come back next week because I come back Monday, so I won't miss a Tuesday,
Okay.
and we will see what we're gonna do next.
Yes. Safe travels. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
All right, guys. Dayasha is a great dude, man. He's one of the positive people I've seen in the FGC for the last so many years that I've seen him around, trying to have positive impact on the FGC, and I think he does a good job of it. We'll try to see if we can get Low Tier God on here, you know, again, guys, you know, support your scene. Check out the show. It should be different from compared to just a competitive show, you know, an FGC game house gone awry. So that's April 20th, Friday at, I believe it was 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TBS, or it's also going to be streamed on Twitch. With that said, guys, I got to peace out because I got to get my ass to sleep and medicate myself. And thanks again, guys, for tuning in.